Hello again, YouTube. This is part 2 of video number 2, done on Thursday, February 5th. The time is 12 o'clock. This is my dog. I know he was in the last video, part 1. He is a Shih Tzu Poodle mix, Shifu, and he is going to be 4 years old tomorrow. I'll put him down now. But anyway, I was talking about a few things. I was talking about actually pregnancy myths. Pregnancy myths that are not necessarily, how can we say, they're not necessarily something that we have to really have a huge focus on. So let's see. One other pregnancy myth, aside from coffee and coloring your hair, is no seafood. Apparently, pregnant women cannot have seafood. Although omega-3 fatty acids are very essential for the baby. So they say to stay away from seafoods that are high in mercury, such as tuna fish. I mean, they say you can actually have seafood once a week. So do not completely quit eating seafood. I believe that is so pathetic. Oh, another one. Deli meats. So they say do not have deli meats because of the bacteria that can grow, since they're actually they're not like supposedly fully cooked. Well, like such things such as cheese. But I feel, well, from what I know, having deli meats is okay. It's just you have to also keep it at a minimum. Another thing is sushi. They say don't have sushi, obviously because a lot of it is raw and bacteria and whatnot. Well, first of all, for kidney transplant patients, we're not allowed to have sushi. We're not allowed to have raw fish. So that's already a given for us transplant patients. The thing is, if you're going to have sushi, just make sure it's cooked. And obviously sushi is seafood, so just keep it all at a minimum and try not to have it on a frequent level. Honestly, I had a point in my life where I didn't realize that I wasn't allowed to have sushi. So this was prior to being pregnant and having the transplant. So I actually had a lot of sushi in one day. It wasn't raw, it was actually cooked sushi, but I guess I had an pregnancy brain, consumption of it in one day that I actually ended up throwing up. So just for us transplant patients, especially now that we're pregnant, just keep that all at a portion, at a limit. Don't be so consecutive on it. Try to be very weekly in the matter. Another pregnancy myth. Okay, I have coworkers that tell me not to do squats or squatting because it will, I don't know, they say, the whole gravity thing, it'll push it down. Incorrect. So when I do my workouts, there are a lot of things I do. I do squatting, I do all of that, and it's perfectly fine to do it. But let me just let you know, prior to you doing any sort of exercise, please consult with your doctor or physician. It is very, very important, because if you're not a person who works out on a regular prior to pregnancy, I do not recommend that you just start working out. I personally, as I mentioned in my first video, I do strength training, I do cardio, I do yoga. I don't necessarily do prenatal yoga or prenatal cardio. A lot of the time I do just regular stuff. But I know my limits, so know your limits is all I'm saying. So yeah, I spoke about my swelling of the legs. Now I can show you some pictures. Now I'll show you one that I have that I just kind of collaged yesterday because it had me realize like how much my belly has grown. Literally, as soon as you hit 3 months pregnant, be aware that your belly is going to start growing after that, because it said apparently after 3 months your baby's growing so rapidly week by week. So let's see if I can get close up on this picture. There you go. Now this top picture is when I was 5 weeks pregnant. Okay, 5 weeks pregnant. The second one here, whoops, sorry guys. I was 12 weeks, see the number 12? 12 weeks pregnant. And fortunately, this will be me at 17 weeks pregnant. So I don't want to actually show it, but that's me at 17 weeks. It's a big difference. It's a big difference from 12 weeks till now. In 5 weeks, my belly has definitely grown. And nowadays, people are telling me, wow, I can definitely see it now. I'm a small girl. In my part 1 video, I was mentioning that I'm 4'11". I'm short and I'm pear-shaped. They say that women who are short and pear-shaped will gain more weight. So for short women like us, please be careful with what you're eating. I'm not going to say I'm eating perfect, but I can say that I eat more healthy foods than not. I have my little candy cravings, my little Doritos cravings and whatnot, but just keep everything as minimal as possible as far as eating bad. I do hope that after giving labor, I can get back into my workouts and start losing weight as soon as possible. They say breastfeeding is very, very good. Breastfeeding is so essential, not only for the baby, but for you. It helps you lose weight very rapidly, and it's so, so, so important and essential for your baby. That's such natural milk. It has antibodies in it. It has protection for the immune system. It's so good. So I recommend it. I'm going to do it. And they say the first 5 weeks is not easy. You are going to go through a lot of frustrations breastfeeding, but it's so worth it. So I highly recommend it. Excuse me. I highly recommend it. And I guess for now that's it. But tomorrow I'll try to post another one and let you know how the transplant blood work and whatnot is going. I'll let you know if my blood sugar is low again, because the thing is, last Friday is when I found out I was having a baby girl, as I mentioned in video 1. But I also found out that weekend that my blood sugar level was 29. So they just recommended I eat sugar if I feel lightheaded and dizzy. So that's like the first time my sugar was ever low. I see my doctor every 2 weeks. So this is literally the first time my sugar was that low. So if it keeps continuing to get low, then I most likely have hypoglycemia. So we'll talk more in further detail about all of these things. My laptop battery is dying at 10%. So my friends, any questions, concerns, comments, please post them. And I'll talk to you soon. God bless.